That's great. Here, you get to hold this. Here, I can you? So, I think an advanced closed guard is what makes jujitsu very different from like a lot of other grappling arts like sambo or judo. In sambo, in sports sambo, there's no closed guard. If I do this, and he so much as just lifts my shoulders up and pins him a little bit, he just won. And you can't win with a perfect throw, but he just scored points, so that's not good. And judo, you have such a limited time, so it's really more of an open guard situation. In jiu-jitsu, theoretically, I have however much time I need inside a closed guard, as long you don't really even see stand-ups from it in a sports competition, which is unfortunate, but it's another discussion. So what does this do? My legs have cut my opponent's body into two distinct areas, right? Below the hips and above the hips, right? If I'm just open, nothing's impeding his motion. He can stand up. He can just stand up. He can stand up. He can go back down. He can move side to side. He can go wherever, right? The only thing he can't do is teleport through my legs, right? So this really creates a tighter situation in which to work, okay? And the first thing I believe that you need to be able to do when starting close guard is learn how to use your legs to manipulate people alongside your arms. And one of the very first things you gotta learn how to do is just control the person. Because if he's able to do whatever, like moves, and I just fall apart here, that's no good, right? So I have to be able to use my legs and my grips to control the person. And it's really like 70%, 30%, right? Like someone doesn't know what they're doing, I might be able to just pull them in and like make them fall, but it's not even that. It's not going to happen to anyone who's like, more than 10. So first is just two basic grip to posture breaking principles. First, you can do like this, but this is very strong. He pushes against me and I pull. This is the strength. When I make a cross grip, now when he's pushing straight towards me, I don't fight that. I'm pulling to the side. Right? So that's what the arms are doing. The other side. Just here. Okay? We can assume like maybe he grabs my belt and my gi. Those are crazy grips. I honestly haven't seen those broken in competition as a ref like almost ever. Like it's just so hard to get someone's hands there, so I don't fight them. I'm pulling at an angle. Now, if his butt stays like kind of attached to his heels or his feet, it's even harder. So a big part of breaking posture is getting a person's hips up, right? So they're a little higher up. It makes raise their center of gravity. I lift just a little bit, just like pulling up and lifting. Now it's a lot simpler to pull someone down. There is one magic trick we've been doing for years here. It's if I can get my fingers behind the triceps, it's almost like a pressure point. I can just pull in with my fingertips, and it breaks people's posture. Right? You can be locked and all that. Boom. And all I have to do is a little bit of this. Just a little bit of lift. And I get him to pull down. And then what you do after that is very much depending on what you want to do. Maybe I just want to pull the person down and keep them here. Right? Maybe I'm trying to work or whatever. I'll tell you, when I first started, I had this guy Brian, who's like 130, 135 pounds. There was, not Barbara, this other woman who was like 140 pounds. Everyone else was 180 and up. So after like the first month of just getting the ever-living crap beat out of me, my goal was to get the closed guard eventually. Now I wouldn't open it. Even I think at King Tiger sometimes, I'd get the if I got the closed guard in the first 15 seconds of like a 5-minute round, you might spend the next 4 minutes and 45 seconds stuck inside my closed guard with me doing absolutely nothing but just not letting you move. Because at least then I wasn't going home like smashed. And I like opened it up as my repertoire of attacks and ability to regard got better to get back to that sort of safety position. Now on that, you got to think of closed guard as a guard. The word guard is a defensive thing, right? We put up guards to protect a fort or a guard that protects your house or whatever. It is defensive, but like a guard, it's a shield with a big spike in it that you can use to slaughter your enemies and hear the lamentations of their women. So your guard needs to be something that first keeps you defensively sound or safe, and second can be used to submit the person. So that's something very, very important, I think, for people to think about as they're exploring, playing around in closed guard. So now, just for the first 3 minutes each, what I want you to do is you're gonna get inside your partner's closed guard. Get inside. I'm not fighting all my life. I'm just gonna be here, good posture, hands in, and he's gonna work on breaking me down. And I'm trained too, right? I want to know what it feels like when someone's doing this, because more than any technique, realizing when my posture is at risk of being broken down will let me know that it's time to fight or address whatever's happening to me. Cool? Yeah? Let's work. 1 to 3. Thank you. Put this up. The close watch. And you can always ask your partner to give more or less resistance or whatever. They're just to talk to each other. What's going on?
Posture break. I'm trying to prevent that. But you're not going to have it.
Hey, let's rock and roll.
Okay. Oh, you can't break that. It works both sides.
Yeah, see? Now, there's a really important idea there of painting, they call it negative spaces. Remember my art class? If you're breaking under him, you're almost supporting him. But if you out to the side a little bit, he's falling into an empty space, which is hard for him to maintain his balance.
I thought it was good as the first time he did it too.
Well, that thing,
Yeah.
I still don't have a good, scientific explanation. Someone said, pressure points, but I'd like to have.
It's black magic.
It is. It might even.
Use the legs though.
Yeah, there is some, but it's like.
It's like an angular.
Yeah, it's weird.
All the butt downs.
I love the better explanation than the one I have, which is it works.
Pulling down with it or doing this. But the main thing is when you're down this.
Those are your legs?
Yep.
Okay. Whatever you were doing before you have to use your legs.
Yeah, because if I'm gonna use my leg, right? Yes, I got you. I can. Is that enough? Yeah, yes, right. So is that enough for yourself?
Damn.
Why
is everyone so close to each other? It's like the weirdest thing.
Just gravity, man. Just gravity. So here, like, same thing.
That's it.
Maybe.
Just
It's the same thing, though.
throw that out there.
It's that leg.
We should trust each other. We don't run into each other.
I don't trust anyone.
Leg is strong, okay.
Shit.
You're gonna have
I
to
don't trust my girlfriend. See, with a knife on my toe.
Yeah. And you wanna do some
Catch me
wizardry, black
slipping.
magic behind triceps.
Ain't gonna catch me laughing.
Exactly.
Like you said, why that works, I don't know, but.
I think it's like when you're looking at it, your trust doesn't work and you do that, it's like preventing.
I was.
Yeah.
I usually put the elbows in. I try to.
Printers and all that, so like, you shut, you shut down all the strength and the what's not on.
That's a weird. It is. Just,
I think the key.
I hate every time it gets done to me. So I'm like,
Up a
this
little bit.
just shouldn't really
Keys
work.
It shouldn't.
because that takes your weight off of your heels. I think if you're pushing, and I don't do that, your weight is still back, it makes it harder.
Yeah, I'm just
Once I
doing
get your weight off your heels, that's how it hurts.
This is how you start, like, building like layers, you can do
Good position.
I need my shit for going.
Right.
So you,
Yep. Exactly. Pull them to where you're not. Nope.
Like here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, you don't want to just always pull someone straight in and you smack your head against.
Yeah.
So that's,
If you're pulling this out,
Yep.
your left arm.
Think like this, right? So right now we're parallel, right? They do have like some grab grip.
Right hand gets deep.
Think of almost like you have a sword, you know.
And now lift me off my heels first with your legs.
boom.
I would get even deeper, like, I mean, higher up. Yeah, the higher up you
Your
get, the
shot
better.
with your legs.
There you go.
So, see how you're looking at, look.
Alright, so keep that
Forward.
tension.
Sit down, sit down.
Legs up.
There you go. See, now we have support
But
to get you where you need.
is it, you don't want to say you went from wrestler, right?
Uh-huh.
They look like this.
Kicking
Yes.
balance.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that's why they always off the side.
And then.
Oh.
Yeah.
See?
Okay. Oh, I'm always fighting here.
Go
No,
higher. Okay.
Also, see,
I'm
see,
just-
I
doesn't feel
like,
no,
And that's the same thing. Get me off my.
they're gonna forward every time.
That's weird.
it is right. It's bizarre.
So with the grips,
Oh.
They
use
forward every
the
time.
left hand to pull the slot and.
Yep, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah, but look, because the second they get down here, I'm gonna stay tight, but I'm gonna have to come up. And someone's gonna open up. So break it up. Break it down, break it down, break it down.
What we what?
Break the breakdown, so whatever, like, really grab the wrist, the arms.
Oh.
Can you grab his head up or whatever, you know, keep him down now.
Right here?
Yeah, like grab his head.
Like that?
Yeah, yep, something.
Yep.
Or, you know, put your arm over his head. Doesn't have to be easy, you can literally just reach up and over, like, look, get your arm over. See? Grab his feet. Yeah. Now he tries to sit up, his head's under you, he has to peek out or whatever, and that's, you know, the more he has to struggle, the harder it is for him.
Okay.
See, he brings a leg closer to you or something, or whatever.
Okay.
And if I'm strong with that, this arm is gonna remember.
Yeah, on the head.
Right.
Yeah, on the head.
Okay.
You're bringing
Yeah,
that both
make those
up.
up.
Exactly,
Now you
right?
gotta know you're gonna learn to start
It
chaining back
doesn't
up. So when
just
you
sit
do
up.
it-
So.
Mm.
Cool.
There you go.
Josh, whatever happened to
What
that
do you mean by
guy?
changing?
Brown
I'm saying,
belt.
so like, that's
I
where
think
like,
he came from
alright, so
Baylor
you
County.
got-
Run.
Oh, yeah, he bought a house in
Can you
Virginia.
posture break?
What's his
Hiram?
name? Cairo?
Yeah.
Oh,
Boom.
He bought a house in Virginia.
Then,
brown belt.
Okay.
right?
Yeah, very good. Like 4-stripe brown
and
belt.
then you
Yeah,
start, cutting the
So what's
floor.
he carrying now?
Boom.
You know, he
Say,
told
say
me,
that.
I actually talked to him a
Say
couple
that.
weeks ago, but,
Alright, let's hit the floor there.
Yeah, he was
Clear arm
like,
break.
yeah, so do I. He's good.
Yep, I say that don't work. Now do hip on sweep. Just push, touch your hip.
remember with your legs to lift
Yeah,
it
oh,
up?
go from here.
Like
Oh,
you're not
okay. What do you mean by that?
getting it,
Oh, so
getting
you-
my weight
Yeah,
off.
you do it. Yeah, yeah, so when you hit that smooth, look at how you like this. Go like that.
All right.
That's what it is.
So let's come back.
Yeah.
So, now, in general, most of what you're doing is something like breaking posture. But I also might want to just be keeping him away. Because if he like really smashes, he decides to come down and smash him, like hug me here, he can really inhibit my motion. Right here, just right. If he's just gonna hug me here, there's not a lot I could do here. Like there's stuff I theoretically should be able to do. Realistically, the guy who just wants to smash over you and hold you, there's not a whole lot you're initially gonna be able to do. So sometimes if the guy's like constantly trying to drive at me, when he pushes in towards me, right? I could use this grip, right, to help push even when he goes to break my grip, right? Cool. When he breaks, he's going away from me. Cool, maybe that's just my objective, right? To give myself room to work. For me, I think of all the submission attacks you're going to learn first, the triangle is the most important because A, you can do it with or without a gi. Not a whole lot changes and a lot of guard work for not just closed guard, but like all of them. It's really about 80% in legs. And their hands do a lot of important things, but not nearly as much as your legs are going to go. And learning to use your legs to manipulate your opponent. So, I have this, and I pull him down. I get his posture broken. What's his response? Start pushing, right? When he pushes and he starts fighting, like he's trying to get up. I'm trying to hug him down, right? I'm creating tension here, right? Where he's trying to push, I'm trying to pull, so there's a lot of tension here. So he's pushing, right? This is what lets me start climbing my legs up to get to my first position, a danger zone, which is just one leg over the shoulder, on the back, the leg on the outside, under the other arm, over it, just clamping down. And my butt's up. So I'm hanging on him, right? I want to be like a coat hanger hanging on the neck. I don't want to do it like this. See the difference in my legs when my butt's down as opposed to I reach up. Here, he can thread his arm through. You know, he can't do a whole lot. I mean, he can do a whole lot to me. If I'm up here and he's trying, right? The best thing he can do really is kind of lift me up, but I can pull his head down. There's a lot of things I could do just in this position to make his life difficult. All right, so right here, either one, break his posture here, right? You can't just like let go, because if he just sits up easy, you're not going to have that opportunity to get a leg in between, right? Or under the arm here somehow. So here, boom. I'm going to have to like make him fight out, because as he's doing that, I can get my leg over and connect. I'm not too worried about right now, like finishing a triangle, but knowing how to get your legs in that position with your hips elevated is super, super, super important. Remember, like from guard, what are your options? Sweep, submit, try to stand up, or keep them close, maintain, distance management. That's it. And the last one really doesn't come in. It's like, I want to submit, sweep, stand up. So if I'm going after submit the person, I have to be able to control them with my legs. I've got to be able to engage them and use my legs to do a lot of the work that we traditionally think is like as arm or hand work, right? Cool. So what you're going to do, you're going to go with your partner, get in, and you're going to break your posture down. Now I'm going to really push because he needs to feel that tension until he works his way in to getting one leg over the shoulder, one leg, and one leg here. Like see how Ed's feet are locked? His calf is engaged against my back. His hips are up. Right? So there's a lot of weight here. There's already like a little bit of a choke coming in too. You can probably see my face. Right? That's a good thing about white guys when you do this, have a color chart. Cool? Yeah? Let's work. 1 to 3. Oh, sweet. Thank you.
Yay.
You want to do like 3-3 or?
No, 5 minutes each.
Okay, just can.
Yeah,
Cookie with us, or?
Actually, yeah. Can you work in
Yeah.
with and then you can come around and help correct people?
Let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now warm up. Do you guys do? Okay.
Did you see?
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
Now, holding his arm is good, but I also would just say to address his posture because holding his arm is no. Before you get there, because you need to keep him close enough unless you have much longer legs in this torso.
Okay, so.
Right. So as you're making that adjustment, you need to worry about like controlling his head too.
Oh, okay. So would you recommend that was like
Yeah, exactly. Like, using that cross grip.
Yes, cool.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, he breaks your head right up, break him down. Now he starts fighting out. As he's fighting up, that's when you
Don't
look
let
at your
everybody
triangle.
one of them.
You go, break the posture down. See how you just let him go and he sits back up? You gotta keep him down while you do that, right? And now that he's pushing up, right? That's gonna give you your time or your space to get your legs through.
on here.
No, get what? No, a triangle is one arm in between. So
You gotta have one arm in between. Okay. right? Lock the legs back up.
Right? Same thing we was on that, right? I push it down, so now what are you doing, right? Boom. I gotta get in the inside.
This way here.
Yeah, I can't just teleport it over his arm here, like, if I get my leg here, like, there's like on the dead orchard, which whatever, but it's not really the position we're looking for. Like, so you bring him down, he's push, it might be different, I don't know, maybe his head is elbows inside, or something, right?
Now your left leg is ideal to.
And I climb up here.
Go around the head. Because stay right.
Right?
Look at.
It's gonna be a little different each time, that's how I don't want to do. I'm trying to get away from,
However, in here. you
it's
need
always
to
this
stop.
sequence, as opposed to like, these are the certain points that are requested, so like, when you, like little waypoints on the map.
Pull his arm.
Your legs around. Do you know which side?
Oh,
you know how, like,
this is bad.
You know where you're trying to get to, you gotta figure out how to get there.
Once you break him down, yeah.
So if like my
After you
arm's
break
like
him
right
down, you're
here.
here, then you're working, then
Yeah.
you'll be able to move your hips.
And
Create a space you can
Okay.
get to get your left.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, to be
And then
mobile.
if it's this, it's this.
Yep.
Yeah.
And where does the head
Yeah,
go to
so
your
if I
head? You
go
have
like-
really long legs, right?
So I had to
Good,
the
you
down
just
and
legs.
back.
Yep, I'm not worried about
Cool,
finishing.
but then
Yeah, I'm all
I
right.
had to-
There you go. Work again. Remember, you have a free right arm too, so pull up, pull at the wrist.
So yeah, it's like opposite.
Yep, pull it too. So that gives you your outside arm. Left leg over, lock it up, get your hips up.
Yeah,
You
so-
swing the trap.
So this is good.
You have a habit when you roll of letting go with your hands, because that's exactly what you're training. You let go as soon as you got to that
The
position.
other hand to grab the
Okay.
wrist.
So you wanna maintain your grip, there's no reason you let go of
Right,
anything.
right, right. So, okay. So guys, so after like I'm here, so after like shoot it.
Yeah, just, there, hold it until you reset. Yeah, I'm not worried about finishing, that's why I didn't go over finishing it.
Okay.
But you have a habit that is getting things and just letting go with your hands.
Okay. Alright. Keep that in mind.
One more?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just get rid of that, I think that thing is died. No? Where's his head?
One leg, the head needs to be in between the legs.
Yeah.
So now, so that's a triangle. This is the leg that's gonna be squeezing your neck, so it needs to go over, and then that goes over this side.
But like you
I
keep,
get your hips up.
what's it called? You put your,
Okay, so it's called play.
yeah, and then like,
Yep, you either
Yeah,
have that with the
yeah,
arm,
find
or
it.
even if it takes this arm in, that's fine, because you have this strap. You have a triangle. And with your long legs, you
Good.
can at least that.
and then you can just.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. And then with the, you did that on this side. What happens on your left side? Like when you're, what do you call it? When you're doing triangle.
So, do I do the left side? Or?
Yeah.
So let's say like.
Huh? I'm a master of anything.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah.
If you really have an arm on the outside, your legs are
So
here.
that way in case
Now,
I
what you
fail,
need to
the
worry
starts
about
on
is
the same.
handling your body.
That's right, that's right. And I'll come here,
So you want your head to go the other way?
on the or
Alright,
about the triangle.
And I try to get this.
Depending on what your shape is.
Okay.
Squeeze down.
But you
Now,
put
this
your,
arm,
you put your like
take
foot
it.
on my
Move it to the other side.
hip, right?
Now you can
And kinda
type
get
the
a better
triangle.
Yeah, so the,
Switch!
when you do that, so, so once you, that's what you so,
Like this?
cause that's what's stopping you coming back.
Yeah.
And then flip your hip, you sit down.
You tilt it like that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, hold. Yeah, swing it. Swing it here. What direction you want it to go.
I'm coming up.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, yeah. And then once you feel it, keep trying. Good.
And then hips up.
Hips up.
Reverse teabag.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, don't worry about finishing, we're
We're
not,
not finished, but
Oh,
the main is want to get to that danger zone. That's the main
Okay.
thing.
finishing's not incidental, but it's a lot easier if you can first get to that really efficiently.
Nice. You're bigger than me, so there's more space. I'm a small guy. I feel like I'm doing something wrong.
Good. The opposite leg cover my head, right?
Yeah, long way you should do triangles.
You do. You have well them good legs for triangles.
Yeah, right there. This, grab that shit. There we go. Go ahead, you can't grab your hand. This is that's what's happening. So now you get to this leg.
Oh.
If you work, boom. I'm cool.
Just try to.
You try to move the possible. I'm looking at it come up.
You can move your hips back too. Yeah, be mobile with your hips. And now switch your hips the other way. There you go. Nice. Now lock it up. Get your hips up. Yeah. I'd be very mobile with your hips.
Okay. Alright. So, and you have to break your posture anyway.
Yeah, you would.
You'll have to shoot it. Where is it?
I did it too?
Well, the main thing is, he's gonna create enough space. Get that leg up there, so.
Should you grab it up?
I think I'm a little confused, or I feel a little lost.
Oh, we're probably confused.
When I break your posture right, what part of it, what do I do?
You have to depend on how he's moving.
Yeah.
What do you need to get to?
Keep one hand.
You need his leg and arm trapped between your legs, right? You gotta figure out a way to get there.
You gotta work on your knees in between either this part or that.
There you go.
So you either turn your hips to your left or your right. So
Now,
either, right, so if you turn it to your right side, you're gonna work your right knee through.
there.
Yep. And I toss that right leg over. And I turn to the other side.
No,
Because
you
now
have to
you
connect your
wanna
feet.
lock it really tight.
That's good.
So this free hand.
Yes,
I did
that's
it.
big.
As long as you make sure you have.
Don't settle for like, you know, do everything 100%.
Left hand
Right.
tighter. Move your hips. Move your hips away from it.
Cross contact
Like that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you just.
So the main thing, if you break that posture, I don't wanna be here, cause I'm like this, I'm in trouble, so I'm gonna come up. And so somewhere, there you go. Maybe you keep this tight too. So. But what, like, example, you put.
So like that?
Yeah.
Oh, not here, yeah. There you go. You want to take that away. Mm-hmm.
And
You want to take that away.
Flatten you out.
Yeah, it's not gonna be one clean cookie cutter
Yeah,
move.
it's
It's
a back
like,
and forth. You gotta be really mobile with your hips. So go to the left side, back to the right side.
Yeah.
Just to get it all.
okay.
yeah. The main thing is, as long as you get to this bound, like this, advantage.
Yeah. Cool.
One more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't say that. I was saying. I'll give you a reminder.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, long ass legs, yep.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
beautiful.
That was good.
All right. So, let's come back in. All right. Always remember, know where you're starting, how you like to get there, and where you're supposed to end. The ending is the easiest. Like if I'm in a triangle choke, I'm going to end up here. If I'm in an arm bar, I'm going to end up here, right? If it's omoplata, then you'll both be on the same side of the head. It's getting to those things that are the hardest thing. Most submissions, once you get in the right place for them, are relatively easy to finish. All things being equal. It's how do you get to those spots that you put someone in danger, right? So what's required for a triangle? Anyway.
One arm in.
One arm in?
Yep.
What does it mean one arm in? One arm in where?
In between your legs.
No, so one arm in between my legs. Then what else? How about this?
Yeah.
calf engaged to the back of the neck.
Okay.
And then
That would
the other.
put your glasses on.
Thank you.
Because I sure don't have a triangle choke right now.
You gotta finish though.
What else do I need for a triangle choke?
Your leg actually had to make a triangle.
Okay. I mean,
No. Make the triangle with his head and arm in.
with his head and arm in. Okay. Good.
There you go.
All right.
There you
I have a triangle.
Other way. Reverse
What do you
leg.
mean other way? What's other way? Now y'all suck at giving directions. I hope none of y'all out there make me travel with y'all.
go.
Why not to go? What's wrong?
Inverse leg
position.
hip.
Inverse leg position.
No.
Yes. The one that's over the shoulder
Okay.
between the head and the arm, that's the one that goes across to the neck. Now there's a lot of submissions you can do from here, but I'm not gonna choke him. Can you talk?
Yeah.
See? Now you try a lot harder. Okay? So if you know where you're getting to, it is always gonna be how do I get there? That's gonna be hardest because of the chaos of grappling. Now, that being said, there's only so many ways the human body can move or he can go anywhere, right? It's that I could be here, he could be pushing away from me, right? Good, so I open up a little bit and I start using my feet to move his body or whatever, and he's gonna react, I'm gonna react. He could be driving into me, all right? So maybe now I gotta shrimp to pull a knee through in order to get to my position to start attacking with a triangle, right? Just only so many ways that the person can move or whatever. That was staying within my closed guard. I'm not talking about like breaking my guard or standing all the way up, right? Just we're in this position. So I'm now gonna go over one sweep because then we're gonna be doing some situational rolling before we get started, which is open roll. If I'm gonna sweep someone, there's only a couple fundamental ways I can do it. I can knock them over a corner, I can pull them over a block, or I can elevate them and move them over, right? I can scissor sweep, right? Chop the base out. I can hip bump sweep, where I sit up, knock in, and I knock them over a corner. Or, like, it's very hard to do this. I guess if I'm super strong, I could lift it and like somehow sit up that way. That's great to demonstrate because no one's ever going to get that unless it's the open class division. And like, Andre Galval can do that to me. It's enormous, right?
Mhm.
So there's two main ways and then one secondary way you can sweep someone. The hip bump sweep, I think, is the easiest of like your first sweeps. Almost all your guard sweeps, closed guard sweeps are going to be some form of scissor, some form of hip bump. Just to be variations. So what do I need? If I'm here, can I sit up? No. So what's the first thing I need to do?
Break his posture.
Done. Let's stop me from moving.
His hand. You got a hand
Thank
fight.
Yeah.
Move his hands out of the way. Just demonstrate. It's never going to be that easy. Sometimes you can only get one off. All right. If you still one on, that's fine. Let's just switch to this one for argument's sake. Now, what's the next thing that needs to happen?
Belt grip.
So hey, let me just do the sweep once. I'm going to go relatively slow just to get an idea. So that's the hip bump sweep. Very simplified version of it. So first we said we gotta get an arm off. Why? So I can sit up. Now what's the next thing I need to do? Well, I need to keep him. Like if I look over his hand, what's gonna happen?
He gonna put it back on you.
Yeah. Hey, this is over. Anyone can answer, not just Evan. Okay. Now, what after this? After I clear a path and I have his arm off of me, what's the next thing I need to do?
He's gonna come up.
I don't need that to sit up. I need to come up. I need to sit up somehow, right?
Move his arm.
So you're gonna stop. You're
Yeah.
gonna stomp your left leg and come up.
Well, right on my right leg is my left hand is on the floor.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need to sit up, right? Say I'm super strong, I could just sit up like this, but I'm not. Right? I need to sit up. Now what's the next thing I need to do?
Hip bump.
I need to come all the way, sit up and over, right?
Okay.
So just so we understand, like, what do I need to get to? I need to get on top of him. I need to have at least a reverse of positions. The hip bump generally actually leads to like somewhere outside of the guard, in general. Right? So I move an arm. I'm going to use my elbow and my foot to help sit up. And I'm going to knock over a corner. I'm not going to try to just come in this way. And I'm not going to do this. Why? If he just drops his head, I can't teleport through his head. So I need to clear his head. Right? That's something I need to not have. I want as little impediments to my movement as possible. And then knocking a person over is relatively incidental, right? Outside of like major size discrepancies or mass discrepancies.
Right.
Cool?
Okay.
So for 3 minutes each, just gonna take turns just doing that hip bump sweep. Okay? Cool? Yeah?
Cool.
So we're gonna 3. And then we're gonna get into the next part. You should have your arms like instinctively your arms should be here.
So it doesn't matter.
Because otherwise they get ripped off.
That grip
Yeah.
needs to get off the
Yes, that's-
collar.
Yeah, just, I was
Well,
thinking,
yeah, you're not
cause I
pulling
get
it
you,
towards you.
cause I get another one, all I gotta do is
Okay,
come to this side. I don't know that on the ground.
push your left foot
I just,
on the ground. Now use your right hip to.
so we do, we doing this, taking the hip, you know, here, here,
Okay.
here.
Oh, this is. Close enough.
Is that all we're doing?
It's all done.
Oh.
This is
Sorry, your right
First
hip
level.
is-
Say like, I said it didn't work. See?
So your right hand on the other side of his head.
Here. Come over.
No, and you get your right arm to the other side.
Round
Yep.
the other side.
On the ground. You generally guys don't want, no, over him, over him. Right, look over his hand.
Okay.
Look over, no, get your hands on the ground. There you go.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I'm really going, like,
Yeah, if you have all your body to one side, you can escape the other.
Okay.
And settle there. Not like a push-up, like settle down. Drop to your elbows. Drop to your elbows.
oh, so,
Yeah, see?
You gotta stop grabbing that collar early, your right hand, at least you know where it's at. It doesn't help you when you grab your collar.
Okay.
So when you clear his arm off you, punch your right hand across and get your body up. There you go. And use that same momentum to just knock it over with your hips. So there's no pause in between. Yeah, just one motion.
So kind of like
And you're
going for
punching with the right side of it.
Almost there,
Yeah.
so you can do this, but you don't always have to go for the computer.
So don't grab
You
the
always
collar.
have to right here. Get your neck. So that way you can
There you go.
But it's not really here, right? Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
yeah, that does it.
So you just settle down a little.
Oh.
Watch this. Remember how something changed, right? So, let's say, if the line's going back. Boom, when you finish it, it's still there. Once you try it, once you try it.
Nice.
Other person. Good.
And it's still there.
Yeah, don't worry about the grip. When you get on top, here, lay down real quick. Just harder it. Get here. Okay. 4 points of contact on the ground.
Should I put my foot right here?
Moved up, yeah.
I can go for that, or like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right there, now you're on top.
Okay.
And now you're up by 4.
Now we do now what? One on one side, one arm on one side of his head. The other. Yeah, exactly. And settle down. Like breathe in, then relax. Yep. Now it's not a pressure position like side control, but you gotta let your weight come down.
Up like this? Keep it close. So, keep close. So that would if you keep open. I know this.
Oh.
So, but now I'm gonna keep, so further out.
Wait.
Boom. That's it.
Okay.
Good. And right arm on the other side of the set.
Good money every time.
Exactly. So you just settle down and boom.
Boom, I'm going for it. But on top, when you do it,
You got it.
So you gotta go.
Once you go, you
You
go.
gotta commit to it.
Okay.
All the
See how I got your back like. Go. Boom.
Beautiful and settle. No, settle. Don't just go and stop. You need to teach yourself to say, yeah, exactly. 1, like 2 or 3 seconds. You gotta get that in your head, like, no, I need to stay here. Otherwise, you'll just move instinctively, and then it only takes like half a second. But that half a second, sometimes also needs to, get out or do something.
Right.
Close your guard. Close your guard. Yep. Good. So, keep your left leg up. Yeah.
Where's his leg
Nice.
supposed to be?
Yep.
This was you using the come up.
Yep. Both elbows on the ground. Like lift your weight, drop.
Like that?
Yeah. It's kind of like this is helping you like after when you know.
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's cool.
Oh shit.
How do you get on front of the weekend?
Yeah.
That probably helps.
This is a little iffy, but.
Oh yeah, it'll come with time.
Good.
I think.
That's what we got.
I think I know what I'm missing. This is the leg, left leg. This it needs to be touching the ground, right? It's like,
Yeah. Punch off the ground like a piston. That's your power.
You don't have to pressure.
because I have this like pushing off,
Yeah.
but I feel like this is not making it turn.
All right. So, last part before we get into like a situational game. So, here. If I'm with Ed in his guard, and he decides he's going to do the hip bump sweep, but I post. Come around this side. Come around this side. What situation has just been created here?
50-50.
No, 50-50. What?
Like
Y'all just throwing
no, like
percentages out.
no, like you can bump and he can also move.
No, it's not 50. This is only because we're just pausing mid-movement. It's not 50.
Oh, he has a
So
triangle.
I have a couple options. I can come back and fall for a triangle, because, right, there's an arm extended,
Yeah.
right? And I'll just take this knee out and go over.
Okay.
Or I can go around and forcefully remove this arm
Yeah.
and continue with my sweep.
But see, he comes down. What's happened? Look at the separation.
Right.
He sits back. He pulls the leg in. Bang. And he has it starting with that, right? This like, it's not exactly equatable, but a lot of this is like boxing. Your 1-2 punch. Very rarely is he gonna expect his first attack to work, right?
Right.
So, say he's here, he starts hunting for a triangle choke. Right? I sit up. Now what can you do? By sitting up, my balance gets offset a little bit. My center of gravity comes higher. You can attack. Just like, say, he hip bumps, sweeps. Boom. All I have to do is fall back. And you can throw the triangle over without a lot of trouble. Right? So the two things go together. They can work, and we're just focusing today on the hip bump and the triangle because of that, the concepts that they're going to be teaching you, the sort of the principles of being able to go, how do I knock someone over, and then getting head and arm isolation, especially because last week we spent a lot of time on head and arm style chokes. But the two of them will give you those opportunities. So you're going to have 5 minutes each, and there's some of our situational sparring is going to spill into just open roll, but that's fine. What you're going to do for 5 minutes with your partner, you're going to go from one attack to the other. Just a hip bump style sweep and triangle choke, right? But I want you to be able to use one to set up the other, because both of them can be used to help get to the other objective. Anything?
Yeah, just to point
Yeah.
out, if you start with the hip bump sweep, notice how Josh's whole body is back, right? So when I fall back to the triangle, I need a free arm to actually physically pull him, because my leg is not going to be able to do it by itself. I'm going to fall over, right? Because his body is so straight. So when I go back, this arm is on the back of his head. So as I'm falling, it's coming with me, and I catch. So this is really heavy on his head. So now he can't posture back up. Lock it up, get your hips up, so you can move this arm to the other side to lock up the triangle tighter.
Cool? Yeah? Let's play around. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Yeah, so, now we're in a situation where let's say down.
Oh, snap. I was like, how do you take glasses? What's going on?
Hey, I was gonna have Josh hold pass for me for a few rounds before we go straight.
Yeah.
No, it's not straight.
Oh, for striking? Striking doesn't start until 8:30 anyway.
Yeah, I know. I just don't have my key and shit.
That's fine. If you guys want to jump in though, it's no real keys not really needed for what we're doing.
All right.
You go to front, post out. Right? So. Yeah, no, he's good.
Well, and just like your feet up. Yeah, I'm not. See how long you lean before you connect with your feet? That's more important. Because if you don't connect, he's gonna pass. You can slam that leg down. Yeah, I'm not worried about finishing it. Don't spend your time trying to finish everything, all the submissions. Get those positions. So you're really working on the 1-2 punch.
Position of submission. So, here.
Post out. There you go. And
Here.
right hand back of the head, get that leg out. So we gotta get this left leg out a lot faster.
Okay,
Okay.
this leg.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about
Yeah,
finishing the
because
choke
it's
right now.
Yeah.
Worried about like getting those two
Okay.
positions.
But if a fully resisting opponent, you're not gonna be able to get it out because you went flat before you did this. You
Okay.
gotta go back.
Okay.
Yep. So that was what we're doing to take away the post.
What's going on? How's your feet?
I'm going to say.
Oh, don't worry about it. Yeah, I don't think it's that, to be honest.
Step right there. From here, this hand goes to the other side. At that point, we want you to pull this leg out.
Oh, that's nice.
Now fall. So this comes out. Right. So there's no chance for him to get this arm in.
Oh, I'll say this.
So now all you gotta do
If
is
you
switch your
ever
hips,
get
lock up the
stabbed,
triangle.
you go to the doctor. You're not a doctor, go to the
There's two
hospital.
more.
It's not really.
What's the,
Now pull that arm
That's
across.
what you had?
Yeah,
This one.
So Kevin Randall.
Okay.
They contributed
What's
to
your
the
name?
job.
Get that
That one,
left leg out and over the
that.
head the same time
So
you're
like
coming
that's
behind.
That
never
is-
something like.
here,
Yeah.
he posts.
Okay.
I don't know, I think it's a bacterial infection, but like, Kevin Randall, he got it ate through his arm, you can see his bone. Yeah, it can literally go to your brain and kill you. So like, if you ever really does think it's stabbed and you can't get to a doctor, go to a hospital. Like that's just not something to fuck around with. Yeah.
I guess that's right.
They're just playing around with these two attacks. Shoot the triangle, they resist by posturing up, hit them hip bump. They go to hip bump, they post out to stop falling. Go for the triangle choke. Yo.
See him about to look at you, pull it back.
Do you say like?
No, so,
Oh, that other guy. Okay, I was like, oh.
yeah.
It's like I heard my name, but I looked at you and I was like, now, what's that?
I was trying to set up the reverse, the triangle to the bump.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when you shoot the triangle, he has
Yeah.
to sit up to avoid, and then you gotta go.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I
okay.
drag your head,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys just say or just choking?
Yeah.
shoot the triangle.
So, yeah, shoot the triangle.
Alright.
Boom. Boom. So that's this shot. And you come up.
Yeah. Sit up, sit up, sit up.
And I'm gonna aim down here.
Oh, what's going on there? Restart. That just became a whole mess.
Yeah.
You're gonna break him down to go for the triangle, right? You start breaking him down.
So, boom.
You start going for it. He sits up. Go right to the side there, right there. Hip bump, hip bump. No, not here, past the head.
Okay.
Go. Yep, all the way over.
Yeah.
If you could see, if his head's in the middle, all he has to do is put his head into your chest and do it kind of hard.
Right.
And that stops it.
Gotcha. Okay. You got it, bro. You try to. Or you try to move across the triangle.
Keep going.
Yeah, that was good.
Yep, switch. That's the wrong leg over.
No, I didn't put the arm over. Everything be on.
And that's why we do these movements. 'Cause
Yes.
if you can recognize that, then you can fix it.
Yes.
Good, yeah. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the finish. But no, to go from one of those positions to the next, that's the major focus.
With your right hand, go like this. Position on your left hand.
Yes. Good. What you do is you gotta hit him. Like grabs you with some real violence. It's just like punching stuff.
There you go.
Yep, and bump up. I'm not happy.
Pull out, pull out. I rarely ever say that, but it's okay now. Good.
Yeah, you also go into your own grip.
Yeah, if you just fall, then great. If your first attack works, fantastic.
If you guys can look,
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe you have your hands over that too.
So, yeah, you're kind of just zombing out there real quick. Setting up your pump. You kind of went like this. You went, you let go, and then you're like that. No, hold on. All right. Hold on to the hand. Keep your leg up here. Sit up. Ready? But don't just stick both arms out. It's gonna kill your core. Yeah. You want that to push off the ground.
So right here, when you grab it, it's when you move this far, not when you fall.
Yeah. So yeah, it's way too long to get your feet connected. Get to that foot connection as soon as you can, and then you can adjust the triangle. Right? That because if you're in that time he's gonna sit up. By the time you're adjusting and everything. Get your feet as soon as you're up, boom, get that foot connection. And then you can always work to adjust it. But you wanna that you gotta kind of race through.
How you used to.
Great, connect your feet, connect your feet, connect your feet. Good. See, and now you can always adjust or whatever. See what I mean? Nope. 2 on before you connect to your feet. As soon as that leg comes over, the other one's racing to get that connection. Yeah, no, grab the back of the head, but then connect your feet also as they shoot over. Because you're pulling them all the way back and adjusting
You
before
want
you
it
even get
to
your feet
out,
connected.
as far as
You want to
possible,
do that almost
to
as
give your
it's coming
legs
back
space.
down.
Yeah.
You can't, when you're grabbing it, you're gonna keep it closer to your body, so it makes it harder for you to clear your own foot.
Yeah.
If you don't,
Yes.
if you don't grab it, he's
Yeah,
actually
don't throw
gonna
your
push
arms back.
out.
You're doing where you can celebrate.
When you
your
grab it though,
Keep
likely what
holding
happens
on.
is,
Like grab
as soon as
your
you grab
left
it,
hand with a grab.
and I'm over here.
Your other left hand.
Now
Yeah,
you
grab
can
something.
attack.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There.
Never just have your hands dangling out. Idle hands are the
He's
devil for
post
it.
out, he's gonna post out further to catch him.
Exactly.
Now you
Jesus,
have all that
spike
room
your
to
ass.
leg it.
Now he's gonna be down. You're on, no. You gotta pump him. You gotta try to make him fall over. You never do the first expecting to do the second. Hit that super hard as hell.
Oh, I'm doing it again.
Hey, and
Yeah, exactly. These laces, the respond. Good. That's it. Don't worry about any adjusting. Just getting there first.
Oh. So you connect the feet, that's what you know that that's not the adjustment. As soon as you in there.
Good, Matthew. Someone needs to like smack Matthew before he comes to class. He needs like some sort of aggression or anger.
Yeah, that's not my problem.
Please, go ahead and make that man. I'm like, nah.
Just something. All right. So we're gonna do a little bit of situational sparring, and it's gonna be 60-40. So, do a quick demonstration. Here, Deb, control this. Turn around. So, if I'm going 60%, my partner is going 40%, which means in a minute or two I should be able to get at least one thing to work, whether it's a hip bump or the triangle choke. Okay, just those two moves. Or the hip bump to the triangle choke or triangle choke to hip bump. That doesn't mean he's just letting me do it. If my technique's trash, I'm just like this. He's not doing anything. He's not even resisting at 10%. He's just laying there. Yep. My technique's trash. If that's it, then I need to, maybe ask the question, what am I doing wrong? Right? I'm here. And I come out or whatever, okay? Now, 60-40 might be different, right? And 60% might be different than my 60%. Right? You have to kind of take into account size and strength. It's not mean 60% of technique. Okay, I'm just talking about now your speed and your power. Okay? And obviously the more weight or mass discrepancy there is between two people, the more you gotta have to self-regulate within your group, right? But the person on bottom is trying to get a hip bump or a triangle choke to sweep. The other person on top, you're just trying to at 40% resistance. Right? That doesn't mean I'm trying to let my partner work, but not just be successful. Does that make sense?
Right. Yep.
So that's gonna be the whole thing, is getting to the hip bump to knock them over, or to the danger zone in the triangle. I'm not, again, too much worried about finishing, because I don't want you to spend 30 seconds trying to adjust the triangle and finish it. But just getting to that position of a triangle choke. Cool?
Cool.
Let's partner up. 1, 2, 3. Let's work.
You want top of that?
I can start.
No, we're good.